Okay, as we have discussed the limitations of the Carnot cycle, and the problem is that the heat addition at constant temperature and rejection at constant temperature makes the process difficult, and it is having the issues. So now that issues can be replaced with the help of the Rankine cycle. Okay, so the Rankine have proposed the new cycle for vapor power cycle, and that cycle is called as a Rankine cycle. Now again it is developed based on the Carnot cycle only. Okay, Carnot cycle only he have replaced the he have modified the Carnot cycle, and that is called as a Rankine cycle. So we are going to see the modified Carnot cycle, that is called as a Rankine cycle. So see, in Carnot cycle the difficulties are there for the addition, and we can say that uh, removal of the heat. Those are taking place at constant temperature, and that was the problem. Now instead of adding and removing the heat at constant pressure or temperature, sorry, constant temperature, let us replace that with the help of constant pressure process. So in case of particularly, we can say in Rankine cycle, the processes are replaced with constant pressure process. Instead of having the constant temperature process, those processes are replaced with the constant pressure processes. Okay, so the HS diagram is like this, somewhat like this. So we are having, let us go back to the cycle. So I will draw it here. So we will consider now the first component is the pump. Okay, so the first component is the pump, and you will pump the water. Okay, in Carnot cycle pumping water is not possible, so you will pump the water and you will add the water in the boiler. So we are having the boiler, so this is a boiler, this is pump, and you will increase the pressure during the process 1 to 2 from condenser pressure to the boiler pressure. Now after this you will have the point 3, that is the heat addition, which is taking place at constant pressure now. Okay, and then you will have the turbine. Okay, again you will have the turbine in which you will get the turbine work, and expansion process is occurring. Let us consider that is 3 to 4 process. And the last component of the Rankine cycle, or we can say that vapor power cycle, is there, that is what, condenser. So we will have the condenser. In condenser you will condense the steam, okay, and you will get the water. So this is a condenser, and in condenser you are going to reject the heat, you are removing the heat from the steam so that it will be gets condensed, you will get condensed. Okay, so see, when you expand the steam in the turbine, the pressure is reduced to the condenser pressure, that is P2. So we will say that the P1 is the pressure. See, here it is P1, not P2. Here is the P1 pressure, that is boiler pressure. Okay, so we will say that this is a boiler pressure and this is condenser pressure. So P1 is the boiler pressure and P2 is the condenser pressure. P1 is the higher pressure, P2 is the lower pressure. So see, we have seen that the 1 to 2 process is the compression, and that is a reversible adiabatic process in case of Carnot cycle. Now it is not going to be changed, it is not going to be replaced in the Rankine cycle, it is remaining same. Only thing is that we are going to consider that point 1 is having the condition of saturated liquid. Okay, it is a liquid, means after condenser you will get the liquid that we are going to consider, and that liquid is going to be compressed so that the pump work will be reduced, which is the drawback of Carnot cycle. Carnot cycle cannot have this point 1 as a saturated liquid, or it is not having the complete liquid at the entry of the pump, but it is having the mixture of liquid and vapor. That is the problem with the Carnot cycle. Now we are going to replace it How we are going to replace it? That we will consider that the point 1 is on saturated liquid line, means it is handling only liquid, and that is point 1. So let us consider that the pressure line which is passing through the point 1, and that is nothing but the pressure, we can say that P2 or condenser pressure, because pressure P2 is same during this 4 to 1 process, and one point is also having that pressure P2. So that is we are calling the condenser pressure. While there is another line which is having the boiler pressure. We can say that there is a boiler pressure line which is like this. Okay, and that boiler pressure line is of P1. Boiler pressure line is of P1. So what we are going to do, we are having the initial point 1 here, and we will compress the liquid. That's why its pressure is increased. Now how this pressure is increased? That pressure is increased by reversible adiabatic manner. So it is a vertical line. So we can say that it is a vertical line from here. So you will get the constant entropy process, that is a vertical line from 1 to 2. Okay, and it is nothing but reversible adiabatic compression. Okay, reversible adiabatic compression, same as that of the Carnot cycle. Carnot cycle मध्ये पण असंच आपण कन्सिडर केलं होतं की reversible adiabatic process आहे. Now let us consider for the HS diagram. So in HS diagram, the pressure line P1, P2, P1 is here like this, and P2 may be somewhere here. So we are going to consider that one point here, and okay, see HS plot on HS diagram, it may be somewhat like this. The graph is like this. So you can have point 1 is here. So constant entropy process means vertical line, it may be somewhere here, that is 1 to 2 process. So these are the two processes, sorry, one process 1 to 2 which is occurring in the PRUM. Now from 2 to 3, what is going to happen from 2 to 3? You will add the heat. Now how this heat is added in the Carnot cycle? This heat is added in the Carnot cycle at constant temperature. But now in Rankine cycle, that process is replaced with constant pressure. So you will add the heat at constant pressure like this. So we are knowing that. So constant pressure process will take place, and we may get the point 3 somewhere here. So here if we add the heat at constant pressure, then that point will be somewhere here. So what is that? That is constant pressure heat addition. Okay, heat is added at constant pressure, we can say. That is the 2 to 3 process in Rankine cycle, and that is the difference between Rankine cycle and Carnot cycle, we can say. So this is 2 to 3, and during this process you will add the heat. So Q1, here you are going to supply the W pump, here you will supply W pump, while you will add the heat here, that is Q1. Okay, the next 3 to 4 process is there. What is that 3 to 4 process? 3 to 4 process is the turbine work which is occurring in the turbine, and you are reducing the pressure in the turbine. Now again that will be same as the Carnot cycle, it is a vertical line or constant entropy line. So you can draw that constant entropy line like this. So that is the 3 to 4 process. 3 to 4 process, that is reversible, okay, reversible adiabatic expansion. Okay, reversible adiabatic expansion, which is taking place in the turbine. So you will get the turbine work during this process. Turbine work during this process. Okay, so that is 3 to 4 process. And the last process is there, which is again a constant pressure process. It is a constant pressure process which is taking place in the condenser. So you will condense the condensate, or the steam is condensed, and you will reject the heat. So that is again taking place at constant pressure process. So this is again, you will have the constant pressure process, we can say, that is the condensation process. Okay, so you can say that constant pressure heat rejection is taking place. Constant pressure heat rejection is taking place during the 4 to 1 process. So likewise, you will have a Rankine cycle. 1 to 2 the happening in the pump, 2 to 3 happening in the boiler, 3 to 4 in turbine, 4 to 1 in condenser. So 1 to 2 is reversible adiabatic process in which the pump work is added. 2 to 3 is constant pressure heat addition in the boiler. 3 to 4 the reversible adiabatic or isentropic turbine work you will get, and 4 to 1 you will get the heat rejection, again it is at constant pressure. Okay, so this is all about the Rankine cycle. This is all about the Rankine cycle. Now you can say, find out the different parameters of the Rankine cycle. In this case, you can find out the different parameters of the Rankine cycle. But before that, you should understand that the cycle is having the three possibilities, means whatever the difficulties are there in the Carnot cycle, those can be addressed in the Rankine cycle, as I am saying. So suppose I am having, let us draw the tier diagram. So see, this tier diagram you should draw, or you have to draw during the exams. So don't forget it. Try to understand what are the processes, because it is important, very important, not only important but very important. You have to draw it at any cost. So try to remember all these diagrams, whatever I am plotting right now. Okay, so while drawing the TS or HS plot, you have to draw first steam dome. Okay, so let us consider that point 1 is here. So I am drawing the 1 to 2 process is reversible adiabatic isentropic process which is taking place in constant, in pump. Then 2 to 3 is there the heat addition in the boiler. So what is happening 2 to 3? See, 2 point is showing you the water, water, and if you heat the water, that water's temperature will increase up to some certain extent, that is the temperature of the saturation, and then that it is converted into the steam, it is converted into the steam. Now when from the boiler, whatever the quality of the steam is getting out, depending upon that point 3 will be there. Suppose I am getting the steam with the dry and saturated conditions, then point 3 will lie here. Okay, but if I say that no, boiler is not giving the dry saturated steam, it is giving the wet steam, then point 3 will be lying here, 3 dash. And if I say that no, my steam boiler is superheated boiler, or it is giving you the steam at the superheated conditions, then that point may be somewhere here, that is 3 double dash. So there are three possibilities, that from boiler you will get the steam, wet steam, you may get the dry saturated steam, or you may get the superheated steam. Whatever the conditions of the boilers are there, that point 3 will lie. So the preferably is the 3 double dash point, but all boilers may not have the superheaters, so that's why you can consider the basic cycle as 1, 2, 3 and the 4. So if it is 3 dash, then that 4 point will lie at the 4 dash, and if it is 3 double dash, then 4 dash will be lying at the 4 double dash. So likewise, there are the three possibilities of getting the steam from the boilers. Means there are three possibilities that you will have the different three ranking cycles. Okay, three different ranking cycles you may have. So similarly, you can show it here also, that is on HS plot, that point 1 is here, point 1 is here. You will have the reversible adiabatic process 1 to 2, then you will add the heat. So possibility of the first condition is that is the reverse, you will get the dry saturated steam. So point 3 will be here. You can consider the vertical line, that is 4, and again the 4 to 1 is the constant pressure line. Okay, but if you are having the wet steam, then point 3 is lying somewhere here at the 3 dash, and if it is the superheated steam, then point 3 is lying somewhere at the 3 double dash. So likewise, the 4 point is also going to shifted somewhere here, that is 4 dash, and somewhere here it is the 4 double dash. So this is the Rankine cycle and its three possibilities which may be available with the steam power plants. So that's why the Rankine cycle is feasible, it is practical, and we can use it easily. Carnot cycle is not practical because constant temperature heat addition or reduction is not possible in actual conditions. It has become difficult to have the constant temperature heat addition, but constant pressure heat addition and rejection is possible. That's why the Rankine cycle becomes the practical cycle instead of the Rankine cycle. Okay, so now we will stop here.